A blessed and wonderful day to you, learners. Welcome to our mathematics class. Again, I am here, Sir Jeremiah, always ready to help and guide you in studying mathematics. Get ready. Get your pen or pencil, your notebook, and your mathematics guided learning activity kit quarter 2, week 8. And together, let us study and learn. Let us have a review.
What is an additive inverse of an integer? Very good. The additive inverse of an integer is the number with opposite sign and has the same distance from 0. Let's have some examples. Number 1. The additive inverse of positive 28 is blank. Very good. It's negative 28. Number 2. The additive inverse of negative 67 is blank. Correct. It's positive 67. Number 3. The additive inverse of negative 105 is blank. You got it. It's positive 105. Use integers to represent the following situations. Number 1. Paul jumped 3 feet high. If your answer is positive 3, very good, you are correct. Number 2. The road is 75 meters above sea level. If your answer is positive 75, very good, you are correct. Number 3. Jose lost 8 kilograms last month. If your answer is negative 8, very good, you are correct.
Very good, learners. Now, let us have a game. You are going to perform the indicated operations I will show you. I'll give you 3 seconds to answer each. So, get ready. Let us begin.
800 plus 400. If your answer is 1200, very good, you are correct. 800 minus 400. If your answer is 400, very good, you are correct. 800 times 400. If your answer is 320,000, very good, you are correct. 800 divided by 400. If your answer is 2, very good, you are correct. In the game, you have tried to perform the 4 basic operations. What are the 4 basic operations? Very good. The 4 basic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Now, look and observe the number sentences I will show you.
What do you observe in the given number sentences? Yes, correct. The 4 basic operations are used in the given number sentences, but this time, instead of whole numbers, the givens are integers.
So, how are we going to answer these number sentences? We will study and learn that in our today's lesson, which is
performing the basic operations on integers.
Let us begin with addition of integers.
We have 2 rules in adding integers. The first one is, if the addends have the same sign, the numbers are added and the common sign is affixed to the sum. For example, positive 3 plus positive 4 equals n. The addends have the same sign, which is positive. So, we just need to add 3 and 4, and the sum will be 7. The common sign of positive 3 and positive 4 is positive. Affix it to 7. The final answer will be positive 7. So we have positive 3 plus positive 4 equals positive 7. Let's have another example. Negative 4 plus negative 5 equals n. Again, the addends have the same sign, which is negative. So, we just need to add 4 and 5, and the sum will be 9. The common sign of negative 4 and negative 5 is negative. Affix it to 9. The final answer will be negative 9. So, we have negative 4 plus negative 5 equals negative 9. Now, let's go to the second rule of addition of integers. The second rule is, if the addends have different signs, the signs are first disregarded, and the difference between the numbers is obtained. The sign of the greater number is affixed to the answer. Take note that signs are also disregarded when determining the greater number. For example, negative 5 plus positive 2 equals n. The addends have different signs. 5 is negative and 2 is positive. What we're going to do is disregard the signs and find the difference between 5 and 2. The difference between 5 and 2 is 3. To know the sign to be affixed in 3, we need to determine the sign of the greater number, disregarding the sign. The greater number is 5, so the final answer will be negative 3. So we have negative 5 plus positive 2 equals negative 3. Let's have another example. Negative 3 plus positive 9 equals n. Again, the addends have different signs. 3 is negative and 9 is positive. Let us disregard the signs and find the difference between 9 and 3. The difference between 9 and 3 is 6. To know the sign to be affixed in 6, we need to determine the sign of the greater number, disregarding the sign. The greater number is 9, so the final answer will be positive 6. So we have negative 3 plus positive 9 equals positive 6.
That's it for addition of integers. Now, let us study the subtraction of integers.
Subtraction of integers have 3 steps. Step 1. Change the subtraction symbol to addition. Step 2. Change the subtrahend to its additive inverse. And step 3. Add. Apply the rules in adding integers. Let's have some examples. Example number 1. Positive 6 minus negative 2 equals n. Step 1. Change the subtraction symbol to addition. We have positive 6 plus negative 2 equals n. Step 2. Change the subtrahend to its additive inverse. The subtrahend in the example is negative 2. Its additive inverse is positive 2. So, we have positive 6 plus positive 2 equals n. Last, step 3. Add. Apply the rules in adding integers. Applying rule number 1 in adding integers, we have positive 6 plus positive 2 equals positive 8. Example number 2. Positive 7 minus positive 3 equals n. Step 1. Change the subtraction symbol to addition. We have positive 7 plus positive 3 equals n. Step 2. Change the subtrahend to its additive inverse. The subtrahend in the example is positive 3. Its additive inverse is negative 3. So we have positive 7 plus negative 3 equals n. Step number 3. Add. Apply the rules in adding integers. Applying rule number 2 in adding integers, we have positive 7 plus negative 3 equals positive 4.
That is how we subtract integers. Now, let us move on to multiplication of integers.
There are two steps in multiplication of integers. Step 1. Disregard the sign and multiply the numbers. Step 2. Affix the sign in the product. If the signs of the integers are the same, the sign of the product is positive. If the signs are different, the sign of the product is negative. Let's have some examples. Example number 1. Positive 3 times positive 2 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and multiply the numbers. We have positive 3 times positive 2 equals 6. Step 2. 3 and 2 have the same signs, which is positive. So, the sign of the product will be positive. Thus, the final answer is positive 6. So, positive 3 times positive 2 equals positive 6. Example number 2. Negative 4 times negative 5 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and multiply the numbers. We have negative 4 times negative 5 equals 20. Step 2. 4 and 5 have the same signs, which is negative. So, the sign of the product will be positive. Thus, the final answer is positive 20. So, negative 4 times negative 5 equals positive 20. Example number 3. Positive 7 times negative 6 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and multiply the numbers. We have positive 7 times negative 6 equals 42. Step 2. 7 and 6 have different signs. So, the sign of the product will be negative. Thus, the final answer is negative 42. So, positive 7 times negative 6 equals negative 42.
That's it for multiplication of integers. Now, let us study the last one, the division of integers.
There are also two steps in dividing integers. Step 1. Disregard the sign and divide the numbers. Step 2. Affix the sign in the quotient. If the signs of the integers are the same, the sign of the quotient is positive. If the signs are different, the sign of the quotient is negative. Let's have some examples. Example number 1. Positive 8 divided by positive 2 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and divide the numbers. We have positive 8 divided by positive 2 equals 4. Step 2. 8 and 2 have the same signs, which is positive. So, the sign of the quotient will be positive. Thus, the final answer is positive 4. So, positive 8 divided by positive 2 equals positive 4. Example number 2. Negative 15 divided by negative 5 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and divide the numbers. We have negative 15 divided by negative 5 equals 3. Step 2. 15 and 5 have the same signs, which is negative. So, the sign of the quotient will be positive. Thus, the final answer is positive 3. So, Negative 15 divided by negative 5 equals positive 3. Example number 3. Negative 10 divided by positive 2 equals n. Step 1. Disregard the sign and divide the numbers. We have negative 10 divided by positive 2 equals 5. Step 2. 10 and 2 have different signs, so the sign of the quotient will be negative. Thus, the final answer is negative 5. So, negative 10 divided by positive 2 equals negative 5.
Alright! Now, we already know how to perform the basic operations on integers. To master it, you are going to have a practice. You are going to perform the following indicated operations on integers. Each item already have hints. Your aim for this practice is to find only the final answer. I will give you 30 seconds to answer each. Write your answers in your notebook. So, get ready. Let us begin.
Number 1. Positive 12 plus positive 10 equals positive blank. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is positive 22, very good. You are correct. Number 2. Positive 18 plus negative 7 equals blank 11. Additional hint. 18 is greater than 7. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is positive 11, very good. You are correct. Number 3. Negative 9 minus positive 14 equals n. Hint. Negative 9 plus negative 14 equals negative blank. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is negative 23, very good. You are correct. Number 4. Negative 21 minus negative 11 equals n. Hint. Negative 21 plus positive 11 equals blank 10. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is negative 10, very good. You are correct. Number 5. Positive 9 times positive 3 equals blank. Hint, positive 9 and positive 3 have the same signs. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is positive 27, very good. You are correct. Number 6. Negative 12 divided by positive 6 equals blank. Hint, negative 12 and positive 6 have different signs. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is negative 2, very good. You are correct.
Good job, learners! Now, let us have another activity. You are going to find the final answer of the word problem I will show you. Here is the word problem.
I will read it for you. Word problem. The atmospheric temperature in Subic on Sunday was 38 degrees Celsius. It dropped by 2 degrees on Monday and rose up by 4 degrees on Tuesday. Today, the temperature dropped again by 1 degree. What is the atmospheric temperature today? I'll give you 1 minute to answer the problem. Ready? Timer starts now. Time's up. Now, let us reveal the answer. The answer is the atmospheric temperature today is 39 degrees Celsius. If it is your answer, very good. You are correct.
Very good, learners! Now, let us sum up our lesson for today.
Again, how do we add integers? In adding integers, we follow two rules. Rule number 1. If the addends have the same sign, the numbers are added and the common sign is affixed to the sum. Rule number 2. If the addends have different signs, the signs are first disregarded and the difference between the numbers is obtained. The sign of the greater number is affixed to the answer. Take note that signs are also disregarded when determining the greater number. How do we subtract integers? In subtracting integers, we follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Change the subtraction symbol to addition. Step 2. Change the subtrahend to its additive inverse. And step number 3. Add. Apply the rules in adding integers. How do we multiply and divide integers? In multiplying and dividing integers, we follow these two steps. Step 1. Disregard the sign and multiply or divide the numbers. Step 2. Affix the sign in the product or quotient. If the signs of the integers are the same, the sign of the product or quotient is positive. If the signs are different, the sign of the product and quotient is negative.
Very good! Now, you already know how to perform the basic operations on integers. Now, it's your time to test yourselves. Here is your task.
Directions. Perform the indicated operations. Write your answer in your notebook. You have 5 minutes to answer. Ready? Timer starts now. Time's up. Now, check your answer. Here are the answers.
How many of you got 4 and 5? Very good! Congratulations! To those who got 3 and below, do not worry! You can review this video lesson and also your mathematics guided learning activity kit so that you can understand more this lesson. Now, here is your assignment.
Assignment. Directions. Perform the indicated operation to determine if the given answer is correct. Circle the thumbs up if the equation is correct. Circle the thumbs down if the answer is incorrect. Then, write the correct answer on the last column. Write the answer on your answer sheet.
Alright! That's it for today. Thank you for watching and listening. Again, I am Sir Jeremiah saying, Math is fun! Math is easy. So, do not worry. Just study.